Hi guys and welcome to my May favourites. We are nearly halfway through the year and it's pretty much June already. How crazy is that? Oh my gosh, time is really flying this year. Since having my baby, time goes like crazy fast. Like I've never had time go so fast before. This month I have been wearing makeup a little bit more than I have the last couple of months. So I've got some slightly different favourites and some I can't quite decide, so I've included a couple of options. So instead of me waffling on, I'm just going to jump right in. So for foundation, this month I actually have three favourites. One is not going to be a surprise to you because it's my favourite every month, which is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation Radiance Reveal, it says, but I don't know if that's part of the title. It is amazing. It's pretty much the best foundation I've ever used, and it's a really good dupe for the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, but it's like dramatically cheaper. It's about £10. Yeah, and it's amazing. It leaves my skin looking healthy, radiant, glowy, just lovely. It's my go-to foundation. If ever I'm wearing it, I wear this, and I always get compliments on my skin if I wear this, so it's a staple for me. Also this month I've been really liking the Maybelline Dream Flawless Nude foundation. It comes in a really strange shaped jar, which I really like because if you have more than one they stack together really nicely because they're like really solid in shape. And the dropper for it, the applicator, is really unusual. So I don't know if you can see that, I just want to make sure it's not going to drop. Get rid of some of the excess there, but it's that shape. I don't really understand the benefit of that, but I just kind of take it out and just wave the wand on my skin and it applies it from there. But it's really nice. I'm wearing it on my skin right now and it's a very sort of, I was going to say cream to powder, but it's not a cream, it's a fluid. It's very much powder finish. And it's not heavy, but it has really good coverage despite it being quite light and liquidy. It's really nice. It doesn't show up my dry skin at all. So yeah, it's good if you've got combination skin because I have really oily skin as well. And as much as I'm a little bit shiny after wearing it, what time is it now? It's 3:10. I've been wearing it since about 10 o'clock this morning. So I'm about 5 hours in and it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I've also got concealer on and stuff as well, but this I've been really, really liking. The third option is more of a special mention as opposed to a firm favourite. I've only worn it once. I have a video coming about it soon, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation First Impressions. This is really quite heavy, so if you like the likes of Estee Lauder Double Wear, but maybe it's a bit too heavy for you because it can be really awkward to get off because it sets so solid, that you might like this. This doesn't set quite as solid, but it does set really well. Has really good coverage. It's probably the heaviest foundation I own, and I used to have Double Wear, and that certainly would keep the crown if I still had it. And I didn't like Double Wear. It was far too heavy and it was a nightmare to remove because it set so firm. It was just really long wearing, which is great, but yeah, I don't like super heavy foundations, but this is really good. The only problem with this is it's a shade too dark for me, so I can't really wear it at the moment, and I might not even get dark enough in the summer because I am just really pale. But it's a really nice foundation. It did set lovely and made my skin look really nice. So yeah, it was a winner for me, but again, I've only used it once, so it really was only a first impression, and the time I used it once was on camera filming the video for it. Also, I have been loving the Embryolysse Lait Cream Concentrate, which is this one here, the famous cream. It's really nice. It smells amazing. It smells so clean. It leaves my skin feeling really nice. It doesn't leave an oily residue on my skin. It's very hydrating, and it's fantastic to use under foundation as well, just to kind of prime your skin. You don't need to use necessarily a primer, but this works really well, and it's just really nice. It's really hydrating and really helps with the dry patches of skin I have, especially if I apply it just before foundation. Next up, mascara, and I have been loving my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Really, really, really love this. I'm wearing it now. It's my go-to mascara at the moment, and it is starting to dry up, get a bit thick. I've had it a little while though. I've had it probably about 2 or 3 months, and I've been using it as my main mascara for all that time, so I'm not surprised at all. It's what's to be expected. In fact, I might have had it for a bit longer than that. It might be close to 4 months, but it's really good. It gives great volume, it gives good length, and it's nice and lengthening. It's a really nice mascara. It's probably one of the best high street ones I've found in recent years. I do have a blog review of it, and if I remember I will link that in the description box below. Brows, I have been loving my Anastasia DipBrow Pomade. I purchased this earlier on in the month, and I have been using it ever since I bought it. I'm wearing it today. I love it. It's so much nicer than the Brow Wiz, which I also liked, but it can kind of splodge, not look amazing on your brows. You really need to brush it through, whereas this can look really nice, and again you brush it through to soften the look, but it does look really nice. I can see it's going to last me a really long time as well, because I've used it a lot since I've had it, and I've only just dented the surface and texturized it. But yeah, really nice. The shade I have is medium brown. On my brows I've also been using the Maybelline Brow Satin. This shade is dark brown, and this is a really interesting product. So it's a double-ended product. This end is like a pencil, I suppose, which is just a twist-up pencil. Again, it's very good. It's one of the firmer pencils, so I like that in a product, in a brow product. I don't want it to be really soft because I'll have insane brows. But then this end is a really strange product. So you twist off the end and it's like a spring loaded end, and it's a pointy sponge, so it's kind of like a brow powder at the end, and you just kind of fill it in, so you can outline with the other end and then fill in with this just to make it all nice and soft and graduated. Very, very, very nice. I'm wearing this today with my Anastasia DipBrow Pomade. I'm wearing the two together just to kind of create a slightly softer look, at least for this part of the brow. Also on my lids this month I have been wearing two products. I've been wearing my primer, which is my Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer. Again, you'll see this in every favourites because it is so good. I really, really, really like it. It's the best primer for my eyelids I've ever found. I have super oily eyelids, and they're quite hooded as well, so creasing is a real issue for me. But this, combined with my next favourite, which is the Gosh Forever eyeshadow stick in 01 Silver Rose. These two together are amazing. You still need to put eyeshadow over the top. This is a primer, this is a base, and then you use your eyeshadow. I've actually got this underneath the eyeshadow that I have today, and they make your eyeshadow last for ages. So I've had this on for 5 hours. It looks exactly like it did when I put it on. It looks great, and this should stay like it until I decide to take it off tonight. So it does stay put for a really, really, really long time. It's really good, amazing combo. I cannot praise these enough and recommend them enough to you. Yes, this is high end, this is high street. So this one's cheap, this one's not as cheap, but this has lasted me a really long time. It's like kind of a powdery finish. It's not like a wet primer, it's a very dry, thick primer, which I think is really good if you've got a real sort of problem with creasing. For eyeliner, I have been using my Milani Eye Tech liquid eyeliner. This little cherub here is awesome. It's in 01 black. You kind of shake it up to get the product moving. It's like got a felt tip applicator, and it is really good. The only thing you can't do with it is very precise things because it's quite firm, and you kind of need to hold it up like this as you're applying it, as opposed to like kind of going like that, because you need the fluid to run downwards really. That's kind of what I found. But if you're going for kind of a bold eyeliner, then this works really well, and again it's high street price as well. I forget the price of it off the top of my head, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but if I remember I will put it in the description box below. If I remember I'll put all the products in the description box below, and if I have any reviews for any of them I'll link them there too, whether that's a video or a blog post. But yeah, I've been really, really, really liking this, and this is what I reach for pretty much every time I've done my makeup this month. For eyeshadow I have two different products. I'll start off with the smallest one, which is a mineral eyeshadow by Neve Cosmetics from one of their sort of newer ranges. And this shade is called Fuseaux. I don't know how you pronounce it. Fuseaux. But it's basically purple, and it's like really purple. And I love my purple eyeshadows, especially if they're shimmery. I'm going to try and hold this like this without any products coming out, and hopefully you can see just how lovely it is. It's sort of a bit of a duochrome. It's got like two different purples in there, like a lilac-y purple and a real vibranty bluey purple. And together they make a beautiful eyeshadow. I have got a palette by Makeup Revolution. If you've watched my videos you'll know I'm a big fan of theirs, especially their eyeshadows. Their eyeshadows are really good quality. especially their shimmery ones, not so much the matte ones, although the matte ones are fine, but the shimmer's where they really stand out. And this is their new palette, which is their Mermaids Forever palette. So the bold in me likes this, which is this palette here. So I'm wearing it today. I love how bright and bold these colours are. It's very Urban Decay Vice to me, because you've got the greens, the purples, the pinks, the neutrals. It kind of ticks all those boxes. It's a really good product, really good quality, and again I get to create some really fun looks with it. So if you haven't seen my last video yet, that's where I created this look with the eyeshadow and everything. So again, I'll leave that in the description box below, although I think that might be linked at the end of the video anyway. That's been my favourite for eyeshadow this month. And last two favourites, one of them has been in my favourites every month for God knows how long, and it's my pressed powder, or my foundation setting powder by Japonesque. Another favourite this month, this is my penultimate favourite, is my Japonesque pressed powder. So this is the Velvet Touch finishing powder in 01, which it might look scary because it's so pale, but actually there's no colour in it. It's colourless, so it doesn't make you look paler or anything, but it sets your foundation really, 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 really well. Last but not least, blusher. So there's one blusher which I did a shot the stash for this month, and I've been wearing this more than any other, which is the MAC Mineralize blush in Gentle, and that's this blush here. I am wearing it today. No, I'm not wearing it today. Funnily enough, I'm not wearing it today, but it is absolutely beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Mars Orgasm, but it's a bit more berry toned. It's not quite so crazy shimmery, but it's of that ilk. It's kind of similar. So it's, yeah, berry with a sort of a very soft gold glittery finish on it, and it just gives you really glowy, pretty cheeks. Really, 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 really nice. Highly recommend it. So they have been my May favourites. I hope you've enjoyed them. Thank you so much for subscribing if you're a subscriber, and thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I am trying to make sure that I'm not chatting to you when my head has bobbed off camera, as often happens, and as I'm editing my videos I notice it happening all the time, so I'm sorry. And hopefully I haven't done it this video, I've been quite conscious of it. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye!